Yes people, and welcome back to AJ Cars, and welcome back to another video on the Mark 4 Golf GTI. Now we all know why you've clicked on this video, and it's because of the title. Yes, finally, after a long time of waiting, I know a lot of people have been telling me to do this, but the car is finally going on AIRRIDE. It's been long awaited, but I think it's time because I keep on breaking splitters and I'm just sick of scraping my car over, bouncing off the floor. So yeah, AIRRIDE is going on the car at last. And talking about breaking splitters, this little fucker right here, that's number 9. 9th fucking splitter. So yeah, this is another reason why I'm getting AIRRIDE, because of this motherfucker right here. That bastard. So another thing that I'm doing with this car, which is a bit weird, but yeah, Alcantara dash. Doing that and/or card here. That is scrap, by the way. Don't even look at that. But the Alcantara dash, I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, we're also putting a new turbo on the car because my turbo has absolutely shit itself. It's kicking out loads of blue smoke because it's fucked. It's gone. So I'm getting another turbo. It's second hand. I don't care. The AIRRIDE's also second hand. I don't care. If it works for me. And plus it's a bit cheaper, you know what I mean? AIRRIDE, £4.5 grand. I don't think so. So I messaged a guy. AIRRIDE came off his car. It's going straight back on mine, and obviously the turbo is awaiting. We're going to try and do it on the same day. If we can't, turbo can do another day. My main priority at the minute is getting this AIRRIDE on. So let me show you it for now. So as it is, this is the tank. In that box is all the wiring and everything, and this is other wiring. There's the box down there. This is all going to be sorted out properly. What I'm going to do is, because it is Wednesday today and we're doing this Saturday, but before Saturday I'm going to try and route all of this. So this sits here, all the wiring comes around and goes inside the inside trim here, inside down here, and obviously down below. So I'm going to try and sort all that out before Saturday, just to speed up the process a little bit, because it can be quite a long process doing AIRRIDE. And I mean, I've never done it before. It's going to be new to me. I'm going to be doing things I've never done before, so I want a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for, preparation. I want a bit of preparation before I do it, because if it does take all day, this is going to shave off quite a while if I can get this all set up perfectly before Saturday. So yeah, Saturday is the day. So I'll time lapse all this. I'll get as much done as possible before Saturday. I've got Thursday night, Friday night and Saturday morning to get this as far forward as I can possibly get it, because obviously I do want to be doing the turbo on that day. But if it can't, AIRRIDE is going to be the only thing going on. So let's probably cut to a time lapse now of me trying to wire this up. Let's hope this goes good. So all I did was lay the wiring out so I know exactly where it needed to go. I then went on to take all the trims off the side of the car and follow the original wiring down to the front. Once I've done that, you can pop all the trims back on and your wiring doesn't need to be touched then. It's all finished. So once you've done that, you need to come to the back. So behind this trim in the boot is a little grommet. Once you've found the grommet, take that grommet out. There's one either side. Once you've removed it, you'll see that it goes straight to the bottom of the car, as you can see here. This is where your air lines are going to feed through. So you obviously have a rear one, which is going to be shorter than the front because it has a longer distance to travel on the front. Once you've found that, take the other side out and start feeding your air lines through. Once you've actually fed them through, if you're not going to fit the bags just yet like me, I just left them in the boot where I just taped them up so they didn't rattle, didn't get broken. That was fine with me because we were fitting them another day. Once I'd figured the backs out, I put the front ones in and then taped them up underneath to be protected. Once that's all done, you can leave that inside or you can connect them if you have the compressor in the back. Either way, that's done. So I then went on to fit the interior back up. Everything was very simple on these cars. It's old, so everything just clips in and with one click. It was very simple. Once I'd done that, I then put the boot bill back in, thanks to the previous owner who actually kept this built up for me. It was very convenient. Everything just slotted in perfectly. Once I put that in, I then put the wiring in. I needed to cut a small slit in the felt just to bring the wiring forward, because the back panel might, the little back trim on the back might have actually crushed it or damaged it, so I didn't want to take any risks. So I just cut a small slit in the felt just to bring that wiring forward, just to avoid any damages, because nobody wants damages. Once that was all ready, I then went on and put the back panel back on, which fitted pretty nicely because obviously we had brought the wires forward, so it was kind of just a slip in. It was perfect. And then once that was done, all the wiring was perfect. I was happy. Then I can put the false floor back in, and then once that's done, everything is finished. And there you have it, the final product. This isn't going to stay like this, obviously I'm going to do a few more bits to it, but this is the final product as it is right now. So we're going to leave for today, but what I will say is I've connected this to this and I've actually ran it. That's going to sit a bit better because it'll go under here, but I've connected it, and I don't know if this was intentional, but it fits perfectly in the ashtray. All I did was literally take that screw out. There's a little gap there. I don't know if you can see, there's two little holes. I just enlarged the one, and then what do you know, fits beautifully. So yeah, bonus. But that's going to be it for today, so on to the next day. So people, it is actually Saturday today because Wednesday we did near enough everything. All the wiring, it didn't really take me that long, to be fair. The wiring is all done now, bar the last little bit of connection to go to the fuse box and the lives, all that sort of stuff, but we can do that, it won't take long. So all I've got to do now is fit the bags. I don't think it's going to take that long, but today is the day. We're going to get it done, and maybe even do the turbo as well, depending on how long it takes us. But yeah, Saturday, today's the day. The bags are going on, the wiring's done, it's going to look sick. So let's go to RickFit now. Big shout out to them because they always help me with my cars. Justin's going to help me do it. Let's go do it now. This is going to be the last time that this looks like this. Hopefully, anyway, if we can get it done. I might put a bit of rear camber on it, I'm not sure. We're definitely going to put a bit of front, but that is for later. Pause right there. I didn't actually tell you guys what this kit was. Now this is the V2 management. This is the one they made just before the recent new one. So we have the V2 management, front airlift slam struts, silver project camber front mounts, custom built so you don't need to drill the 3 holes in the strut tower, rear eye-back lowering shocks, and OCD rear double bellow bands. That is a static life for you. Jesus. Oh my. So onto the bags. Now the rears are very easy. All it is a shock and the original spring. There's one bolt on the bottom holding the pan down, and the 2 bolts on the top to hold the shock, and then 1 bolt through the bottom of the shock. Once you've taken all them out, you can remove all of it and replace it with your bags. And now onto the front. The fronts are very simple. There's 1 pinch bolt on the back of the shock, and obviously the nut holding it to the top mount at the top. Once you're taking them out, the whole shock will fall off as one. You can leave it like that, and you can put your whole new bag in. In my case, I didn't have a top mount. I had camber mounts, which the previous owner had actually built. So all I needed to do was put 5 Allen keys in the top, and it will clamp it shut, which was good for me because I can put camber on whenever I need to, as you can see there. If I don't want to, I can just change it, which is very simple, which is good for me. But yeah, once you've done that, all you need to do is put the knuckle back up to the shock, bolt it up, tighten everything up. Once that's done and you're happy, you can then proceed to put in the air lines from the back, which you've already fed through. You can run them through the bottom of the car. All I did was hide them as best as I could, running through wires, everything I could, hidden compartments, everything, just to keep it away from the bottom of the car, just to avoid any damages in the future, because any damages could cause problems, air leaks, anything. So I tried to hide them as best as I could. You can also brake, you can actually connect them to the brake lines if you need to. That's actually another good thing because everything was exposed. And once you've done that, connect it to the bags. Everything is locked tight, so you don't need to do anything. All I did was techie the brackets to the side of the chassis just to hold them up to the tight. Nothing's hanging down. As you can see, I've routed it through every hole I could, just to hide everything. Keep it away from the floor as much as possible, just in case I do have it a bit too low and I scrape, catch one of the pipes, pierce it, have air leaks, cause many problems, and that's what I was trying to avoid. So that's how mine looks. I think that's probably how most people's looks. Once it's connected, test it all, make sure everything works. If it does, job's a good one. Put the wheels back on, and enjoy your air ride. So this is what we've got right now in here, compartment thing, whatever it is. Slide that back, and we have it right there. It fits very nicely, so I don't actually need to move it. It's a perfect fit in there actually. Jesus, that's dirty in there, oh my god. Anyway, yeah, so literally I've got all the presets going. So that's the first one, air out. Third, these are all just different like driving heights depending on the road, obviously. Some of them I haven't set. I mean, I'm never ever going to drive at that, but yeah, different ones. So this is my driving speed daily, which is, I'll show you now. So that's the front. Smash my splitter again, don't even ask. That's the rear. That's how the rear sits, on that height anyway. And then of course it'll work once the ignition's on. All I need to do is press. Air it out. And there it is. At the minute, the rear fitment isn't perfect. I've cambered it slightly, but just here, where you can actually, might be able to see actually, it's touching the tyre there. So what I need to do is buy some centre plates where it basically moves the wheel slightly backwards, so the centre can be like there or something, so it can actually sit down on that lip purely for the fact that it's sat on the tyre now, so it can't actually go any lower. Same on the front. I can adjust the front through camber. It's literally, again, it's sat on the tyre there, so I can't go any lower. But as soon as I camber it, it does go a bit lower. But I want to change the shocks, so you can adjust the shocks on them on the fronts, and then you can drop it to whatever height you want. I could have it higher, I could have it lower. Obviously I want it lower because I want it to the arch there to sit on the top of the lip. Same on the rear there, that's what I'm going for. But that's as it is right now. That's how it looks. I mean, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, it's slammed as anything, but it's going lower definitely. So these are the camber top mounts. I've absolutely battered them. I don't know if you can see because of the sun. Yeah, so I've absolutely battered it. I've just been smacking out with a hammer when I want to change the camber, when it's driving or whatever. I haven't got it on a jack, but yeah. Undo these four, and then you can literally move that back and forth. That's no camber at the minute. This is obviously camber foot all the way over here. So if I want a camber, bring it back down here. And of course the management in the back, Nardo plate just for shows, but yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap all this in the Alcantara that I did the dashboard in, if you might be able to see in there, and then I'm going to wrap this white to match the K-brace, so that should look pretty good. But yeah, that's the setup, that's the alignment right now, that's how it sits, and obviously the management in the front. Oh, and to go with the AIRRIDE, we've also put a screen in the car, which I think looks pretty good. I've always wanted one of these, so we put one in. Again, thank you to Liam. Well, there you have it. The car is on AIRRIDE. I'm extremely happy with the way it looks. I know the fitment's not perfect, but we will get to that eventually, hopefully in the next video. You'll see what it looks like. Treat this as a teaser. I'm going to sort the fitment out eventually, I promise. But the main thing was getting the bags on, and we did it. Thank you to everyone that helped, Justin especially. Liam came down and helped out as well. And also, thanking Liam, he's also given me the screen. He's given me some indicators on the side, some black indicators there somewhere. Some black indicators, they also look cool. Give me the screen in the middle, indicators. He's also given me a turbo. Now, he's doing a big build on his Mark 4. It's going to be on the channel at some point, I promise you that. It's going to be running big power, it's going to be crazy, stripped out. It's going to be nuts. But he had a KO4 001 on his previous build. Now he's going bigger. He said, I can have the KO4 001. So we've got a hybrid turbo on the car now. So it's like a KO4 in a KO3S housing, which is what these come with, and then the internals are bigger. It's like a billet core or something, I don't even know. But yeah, we've now got a hybrid turbo on the car, so it's very quick. The map's not perfect because it's mapped to his car, mine's mapped by Artec, so it's a different ECU, different map, but we'll get that sorted at some point. But yeah, AIRRIDE on the car, hybrid turbos on the car now, which is way out of the blue. We didn't expect to do it, but we did it. Now I think this looks really good personally. Let me know how you feel. I know the fitment's not perfect, but let me know how you feel about it. Do you like it? Does it look better on AIRRIDE? I don't know. I know it looks good anyway, but I do know because I know it looks good, but I don't know about you. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and we'll see you guys in the next one.